Hi, I'm Arco, and we're outside here at nullspacelabs. Recently, I built a quad-rotor UAV, and we're going to take it for a flight.
Outside the cool Eastern building from Aliens and Predators. And action, Jackson.
All right, so let's take it for a spin.
Let's all die horribly.
I'm not a great pilot, so...
Now he tells us. Oh, hey, look.
Woo! It flew.
Okay. Any landing
I'm
you can walk away from.
Making sure I don't crash it.
Woo! Very quite high there. Point.
Let's do it small hops.
Small hops. You wonder why I am standing so far away from it. It's because we've flown this before.
And that's why...
If anyone remembers that Kia commercial with the dancing hamsters, they actually shot it right out here in front of in our car park. Here's no space. Here's with the hamsters. And also over here on the street here is where they were shooting that latest Vic Range zombie movie. We had a lot of movies down here. They're actually shooting a movie right now, and our car park's full of movie people. So they're quite upset, but that's okay. Those are their movie people looking over it. As you can see, the quadcopter caused them a bit of an incident, and police and the helicopters turned up. We're bringing in a van now to take us away. If anyone gets this message. Hi, I'm Enzo. I've been working on this Theremin for close to a year now, and I didn't know very much about electronics when I started. I've learned a little bit about surface mount, and we milled this board here. They had this PCB mill. Oh, that's cool. Let's do something with it. What can I do? So I found a schematic that Bob Moog made, and I followed it, designed it in Eagle. We had an Eagle class here. That was exciting. Here's the my first attempt. This board had so much copper on it, it started flaking off from through-hole plating. So I ended up having to hand solder all of the vias because this is too heavy. Hello, and so we are working on a cheap CNC machine that we got from China. It's fairly cheap. It comes with this, which is a UCNC, which is simply a parallel port control. For some reason, we're still using parallel ports, even though it's the year 2012. And so what we're doing is we're taking this original board, which is pretty simple. A couple of drivers over here, opto isolators here, parallel port, some capture smoothing and stuff like that. Current set. And that's basically that. It goes in the CNC over there. But what we're doing is rebuilding this in Eagle. And here I have a Atmel 18 Mega 256, which we use a lot. We used it on the on our Arduino ADK. This is our revision of it. We did one of the early ones. It's based on the Seed Studio one. So we took that. There's the FDDI chip. ML chip, and then here's the Allegro motor drivers. We're actually going to switch over to the TI ones, but we're going to use the Allegros to start off with. And this board is just simply going to drop in and replace the existing one. We have a FunCube dongle. Keep it safe. It's a FunCube dongle, so it's a stained plastic bag. Alright, and we're working on the Proxmark at the moment. The Proxmark is a RFID reader and simulator, supposedly. We did a revision of it called the Proxmark 3 LCD. There's a little LCD. This was done by a guy in New Zealand who modified the original Jonathan Westhouse one. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. We've had a couple of problems with it. We've been working on it for probably about a year. We took a break. It's one of our first projects. We did about 18 of them altogether. This is the original one. This is a Proxmark 3. That's a 4-layer board. It's a little bit different. It's got the J tag on it. And this one here is the the one that we built using his DC's design. As you can see, it's got a LCD, which we have boxes of because each one of them are completely different. We reprogrammed it a little bit and actually got it working on HF, the antenna here, and what we're doing is debugging the HF antenna stage at the moment, which doesn't work great. It's an ARM processor, Spartan 3 FPGA, and a whole bunch of analog RF section, a little speaker to make noises, and USB and all that usual stuff, a little SD reader. But super annoying project. We have 18 of them, everybody hates them, I hate them the most. That's a lie, probably. These are where we keep our stuff. A few boxes and components here. As you can see, we carry a lot of surface mount gear. So pretty much everything we do is surface mount. Lots of junk here. Print out some of the neat things we've done. Now we have a vinyl cutter, a general purpose machine there, some printers, and this is the pick and place that we did on Hackaday. Featured it a few times, so you may have seen that already. Here's the CNC that we're currently refitting. Pulled out all its insides, and it's going to be this little guy here. We're changing the spindle as well, and then we have another station here that's set up for people to use. So we have the Met cows, which are really nice for desoldering and soldering. A little compressor down there for it, another little compressor. Microscope, flute power supply, and over here we have the different scopes and network analyzer. Some more microscopes. Our network closet is back there. Cool sign that we got from one of the local electronics stores. Purgatory pile. This stuff gets thrown out every so often. And then kind of a pen over the rest of the space. Projector and stuff in the middle. More Met cows, so we keep all the Met cows kind of out for people to use. And then over here is kind of a common area for people to hang out. And this is where we keep all our video games and books. We have quite an extensive library here. Lots of game programming electronics and coding books, video games, whatnot. More piles of just junk that people bring in, sometimes we keep. And then back here we're kind of building a little section. Brought a toolbox in from home, it's full of tools, mostly for car stuff. And then over here we've got like a lathe, BGA reboiler, a little oven for doing infrared work, hot plate, and a dartboard, which is a great place to be right next to all that stuff. And then more books. And get a view outside there. In here we have our PCB mill, and then over in the corner here we have just a ton of boxes which are full of components. Surface mount reels, the inflated toy. Anyone who knows what those are, we're not going to say, but they might recognize them. And these are t-shirts for Layer 1, which is coming up next month. Some THK linear rails, and behind that there's a 40-watt laser tube that we've been building into a project. But yes, we have a lot of components, as you can see, kind of disorganized. This is where we do our PCB through-hole plating. So the PCBs go in here, and then we just plate those through holes using the power supply here. It's not set up to do reverse pulse check, something we're working on. Kind of messy in here. There's a ferric chloride tank there for doing actual etching when we don't use the mill. Then over here we have all the chemicals and stuff. So you can do like gold. There's acid copper etch, silver. What have we got? Nickel, electric cleaner, and ferric chloride, and all the other stuff we use for cleaning and making our own PCBs.